What's going on? Y'all know what it is. We back. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. One time for the one time, man. And don't forget, me, the Cali Enigma, and Colossal Sports TV starting a new college sports channel. Football, mainly college football and basketball, man. If you want to go ahead and check that out, the link's in the description. Hopefully I can drop some content on there today. Introductory video or something in that nature. We'll all be just dropping videos. And I got one more homie that might want to jump on there. So it's called the S1210 College Sports Most Wanted. Just updated the channel art last night and everything else. Still working on the logo. But we about to get the ball rolling. Talk about all the college sports. And, you know, then once a week we get together to address and talk about college football each week, the state of college football. So the link's in the description. Appreciate it. I'm going to keep pushing it. And they're going to keep pushing on their channels for the next coming weeks until college football really gets started. But let's jump right into it. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, he won the Boxing Voice last night and explained why the fight with Joshua didn't happen in 2 sticking points. Me and Fanon thought it could be the Zone US TV deal, but it wasn't that. It was it had no date or no venue on the contract. And it was on a rematch clause only applied if Wilder won. So if Joshua lost, he only had a rematch clause in his favor. Okay? And remember, to start off there, man, remember, you know, Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua was saying this is a two fight deal, you know. We're going to do the second fight in the United States. And it's a 2-fight deal. And then they lied in that contract. See? They lied in that contract saying that, you know, it was only if Deontay Wilder won and Joshua lost that it was going to be a rematch clause or another fight. And then, you know, if it was the rematch, they probably was going to try to have it back in the UK. You know, I'm not saying that was in the contract, you know, but, you know, how you going to say, oh, it's a 2-fight deal and we fight in the UK and the United States, but if Wilder lost, it wasn't going to be no rematch. See how shiesty they is, though? You know what I'm saying? How much do you want this man to compromise? You know, Joshua didn't compromise nothing in these negotiations. Nothing. Nothing. I mean, look at him. And they even tried to take the TV money from Deontay Wilder or the TV network deal from Deontay Wilder. Everybody know Deontay Wilder fight on Showtime, right, man? Everybody know Wilder fight on Showtime. Now they trying to take it to the Zone. You know, they trying to take it to the Zone. And try to cut Showtime out. They gave him a flat fee. He don't get no percentages of the back end money. You know? And Eddie Hearn was going to be the one to make the most money off this fight. You know, but the no TV day, no venue, I mean, how I'm not going to have a date? How you not going to give me a date in a contract? When to show up, where to show up, so I can make my accommodations and I can start my training. So I'm supposed to sign a contract with no date, no venue. Sign a contract. Why would I sign a contract with no date, no venue? I could sign this contract and then they can come back to me and say, oh, we ain't fighting until April 13th. And that's exactly what they was going to do if they didn't call the WBA to jump in. Exactly what they was going to do if they didn't call the WBA. You know, Eddie Hearn's in cahoots with the WBA. That backdoor money. Alexander Povetkin, that backdoor money. Povetkin ain't fought nobody to be #1 in no sanction belt body since being off the pads. Or being popped for the pads. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, you didn't have a venue in mind? Or the date is way more important, though. The date is way more important. How do I know when to get ready when I'm fighting? See, they was going to slap that April 13, 2018 date they proposed to him. That's the date they was going to slap on that boy. The fight was never going to happen this year. That's why there was no date on the contract. And then the rematch clause? Only for Joshua? I mean, how much more did y'all guys want Deontay Wilder to give up? Come on. If I'm Wilder, I forget them, you know? Don't come holler at me no more. And on top of that, the WBA all of a sudden wants to, they want to enforce the mandatory. Wasn't Wilder win that belt? I mean, when did Joshua win that belt last year? I can't remember. But the WBA, the Super WBA champion, I got it wrong. They do have a mandatory. It's every 18 months. Look at Keith Thurman. He ain't fought a mandatory forever. You can become the super champion by defending it 5 times or more, or unifying. And all of a sudden they want to push Alexander Povetkin mandatory Anthony Joshua, but they not pushing no mandatory on Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman ain't fought since last March. Last March. That's way past 18 or almost 18 months. You know, when he come back, he gonna fight a tune-up, not a mandatory. So come on. Come on. You see the inconsistencies with these sanctioning belt bodies, man. We gotta continue to eat through them. But like Wilder said, the 2 main sticking points was the no date, no venue, and the rematch clause. So if Wilder won, let me clarify this up before I hop off here, man, and get to the next video. If Wilder won, he would be obligated to rematch Anthony Joshua. If Anthony Joshua won, he wouldn't be obligated to rematch Deontay Wilder. How fair is that? When you think about it, after Deontay Wilder compromised, you know, he took a flat fee. He coming to the UK. He don't get no percentages or nothing. He don't even get the network. The fight ain't even gonna be on his network on Showtime. They want to take it to the Zone. And it wasn't no date on the contract. No date on the contract. So they could have put 2018 on the contract. 2019 on the contract, excuse me. So you can't tell me that these dudes ain't really want to fight. They didn't want to fight. They did not want this fight with that bogus contract. And Eddie knew what he was doing. And people say, Joshua only had 21 fights. And Deontay Wilder didn't have no amateur fights. Nothing but Olympic fights. He barely had any amateur fights. He didn't win a gold medal. That's not an excuse when you become a champion. It don't matter how many fights you got. When you become a champion, you fight all comers. If the goal was to unify and become undisputed, and he called out Deontay Wilder. Let's not get mixed up. Joshua called out Deontay Wilder. Don't forget that. Wilder didn't go looking for Anthony Joshua. Joshua called him out. And you got clowns out here. Oh, you only got 21. Shut up using those excuses, man. Shut up. That's why your channel not growing. I ain't gonna say no names. But that's why you gotta hate on everybody else's channel, because everybody passed you up. You know what I'm saying? How your boxing group in Facebook got 50,000 people and you barely got 2,000 subscribers? You a clown. You a clown. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm tired of these dudes out here with these clown mentalities and these hating. Continue to hate. When all the facts is laid out, and everybody know Anthony Joshua don't want this fight. But y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to the whole LDBC, man. We working. Shout out to everybody on the boxing grind. And don't forget, man, our new college football channel link is in the description. Go ahead and join. Even if you don't have no interest, man, I guarantee you're going to like the content regardless. Talking college football and basketball, Meet the Cali, Enigma Boxing Network, and Be Cool from Contractual Sports TV. And I probably got one more homie that's going to hop on. We're going to talk boxing, talk college sports through the whole week. And have one big hangout at least once a week. That's what we aiming for. But the link's in the description. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. We gone.